I'm Basma, I'm Ayad's wife, and I put together the initial look and feel and design for Oasis Dental West End. The inspiration for I think the clinic itself started from Ayad's Instagram. We kind of had a look at it and said, well, who wants to look at teeth on Instagram? So we had to figure out a way to make it really attractive. We wanted it to be something different as well, so a place where people could come in and be like, hey, I love coming here, it's a nice space. The work is one thing, obviously, but we really wanted to hone in on how people feel when they walk into the space. You see a lot of this style in wellness. If you go in for a facial or if you go in to get your nails done, they're usually done really nice. So it was kind of the question of why don't we do that for dental care? Usually a lot of the colours are extremely sterile, so we really wanted to go away from that and kind of give the same clean feel, but in a calming way. The main challenges for this project were the size of the space, figuring out where we could put in a waiting that had access to the staff room, that staff could enter without walking through where the patients were sitting. Addressing both entries to the space was another huge challenge. That was probably the biggest challenge, figuring that out and how we reflect that in the floor plan. It was also extremely rewarding seeing it come to life. Design process and the build process. It's really different from when you kind of just walk into a space. When you've been in it the whole time, designing it, making sure that, the finishes are where they need to be, and then watching that get built, that was really exciting. In each of the rooms, we had to make sure that they were designed in an extremely efficient way for a dentist and the DA to work together. We wanted to make sure that the drawers were all in the right place, that the bin, even down to the bin, that it functioned the way he wanted it to. We used a lot of Corian solid surfaces, which is something they use a lot in hospitals. Using Corian and kind of making the sinks out of that made it really seamless, so you get a cleaner space. So that was the other thing we had to think about a lot. You don't want to be cleaning around a lot of joints, so that was a huge part of the brief, and we tried to reflect that in all the materials that we used. Elements we added to make the patient experience more calming also tie into things like the beverage bay and the vanity nook. When they come in, there's somewhere to go if they need a drink, if they want to make a coffee or a tea, but it's an opportunity for them when they come out of their surgeries to, go and have a look in the mirror, make sure everything's okay, wash their hands if they need, have a drink, and then go on out. So that was also a huge part of the brief, to make sure that these spaces were designed really around the patients and making sure that when they go in and out of treatments, they had everything they needed.